Yeah, well, my mother ruined me because, when I was a kid, she made everything from scratch. Because back then, prepared items were more expensive than making it from scratch. And now it's exactly the opposite.
But even still, I make most things. I grew up like in a house like you, and I typically make everything almost like.
I just thought when I was a kid that my mother liked to ruin my life by like not buying like the really good mac and cheese from a box, and she wanted to make it from scratch after she worked all day long because she hated me.
It's like so.
And now I can't eat processed stuff because it tastes wrong. Like cookies, I cannot eat cookies from a package because they just taste like chemicals to
Me
me.
too. I don't like them at all. But it's
Yeah.
not even that hard to make cookies. Like I can throw them together really fast. I make muffins. I make whatever. That my kids are so spoiled though, because even after I started working, I have much less time. They don't care. Like 10:30 at night, I'll be making cinnamon apple muffins for the next day because they can't eat the ones like in the little pouch or they'll die. So
So
here we
what I'm hearing is maybe we have a podcast and we talk about boundaries.
Oh man, I get beat up over here. I do. These kids are so spoiled. I get beat up.
We'll add that to the list. But good morning, ladies. How is everyone?
Good morning.
It's Monday.
Good.
Not awake and not crying
Yeah, nobody's crying.
yet.
Yeah.
My year-old nephew's here and with my husband, and he may cry in a little bit. He's sleeping, but
All right. Well, as long as none of us are crying, I'm going to count that as a good day.
so if you hear crying, it's Miles. He's in the next room with my husband.
So I put in our podcast Slack channel to talk about that chore chart. Did you guys get to watch that? The video about the chore chart. What do you think?
We have tried everything here, and we're not a chore chart house. My kids are feral. Like,
Yeah. That's a pretty cool chore chart, though. I
It
mean,
cool. I
if you
love
have
that,
kids or, that are into that kind of stuff, that would be something that I think a lot of kids would be able to do.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll put the Instagram video or was it TikTok? I don't remember which, in our captions, as well as the link to the creators app. It's editable for families on Canva. You could create a free account and you could go in and you could change whatever you want the chores to be. But I also thought maybe that's good for like your significant others. This was their roommate's chore chart.
Yeah.
I saw there was also a point system in there, it looked like, too.
Yeah, it's D&D. Yeah, your points are like your hit points or whatever that happens to you when you roll your dice. So, yeah, that's how many points you're hitting the dragon with, which is it's fun. I mean, it's great. I played Dungeons and Dragons in like middle school, but not since then. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of kids that would really get onto that. Or you could like make it Pokemon rather than the dragon, because
Right.
that Pokemon have the hit points too. Yeah.
I wonder if you could edit it for yourself. So like maybe the number of points that they earn them XYZ, whether it's privileges or if you wanted to give your children some kind of monetary reward or, whatever, if you could do that to incentivize them a little bit. Or maybe for us as moms, thinking about the things that we do that perhaps aren't recognized or appreciated. Maybe we do the chores if it's something our kiddos don't do and we do it instead. Maybe we're the ones who earn things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great,
That's-
actually. Because
I would like to hang that chore chart up so my kids see that I'm going to Starbucks or Dunkin' without them because I did the chores.
Yeah, why not? Why
Yeah.
not?
We would get a lot of rewards then.
Yeah, that's Yeah.
equals manicure. That's what I think. If I have 5
Yeah.
toilets, I think if I clean 5 toilets, I deserve a manicure.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
I think especially if you've got older kids in the house who are kind of an age to be able to be able to help out around the house in some way, and you come up with that with an agreement on things that they'll do and they don't do it. Like I remember I used to have to argue with my kiddos about emptying the dishwasher. I don't know why this was such a fight. I wasn't asking them to empty the dishwasher because I was too lazy to do it. I was having them empty the dishwasher to kind of promote that sense of responsibility within the home. And, and understanding that when you live on your own, there are things that you will have to do and kind of prepare them for adulthood. And it turned into this like, seriously, if I wanted to give you guys the yucky chores, I would make you load the dishwasher, which for me is way yuckier than
Yes.
unloading the clean dishes. And our kitchen was like a little galley style kitchen, and it was designed so perfectly where quite literally you just had to twist your body a little bit to put, and I had it, like set up so our dishes were on the lazy Susan. So, I mean, you were barely just twisting your body to put away the plates and the cups and the pots and pans and stuff. I would have totally it was easier for me to just do it than even remind them once. It was so simple.
It's a 5-minute deal. Like that is so easy. Like I don't want to scrub the sink out after you do load the dishwasher and wash the like other stuff. Like I don't want to do that. But
Right.
I can unload all day long. Mine, I spoiled them when they were little because I was stay-at-home mom, so like they didn't have to do stuff. And then I started working 3 years ago, and now I try to make them do stuff, and they're just like, "How dare you ask me to put these towels in that closet?" Like,
Exactly.
what do you mean I have to wipe my toothpaste out of my bathroom sink because they have their own bathroom? Like, yeah, you do. You're 10 and 13. Like, get to getting. Like, there's no reason why you cannot. You want everything. You want $180 on clouds. You want Birkenstock clogs. Freaking wipe the sink out. Take the garbage to the curb. Like it's not. No one's gonna die. It's not gonna kill you. It's gonna teach you how to be like a person.
Oh, but I think it does kill them. They
They
die
act like
sit
it.
inside every time they have to do anything in the house.
Yep.
They have newer phones than me. Their freaking cheer payments more than my car payment. I work solely for them because Frank pays the bills. Like the only reason why I work is to buy the stupid shoes and pay the cheer payment. So for goodness sake, like help with something. I'm dying here. Plus, they volunteer me for stuff. Like I'm team mom of this cheer team. I coach this other thing. So if you're gonna take up all my free time, at least help a little bit.
Well, maybe we need to reframe it and stop thinking of it as helping us
Fair.
and talk about it as, because we hear so many people now talking about adulting and how like I don't know these basic adulting activities, and so maybe we're just helping them become adults by teaching them how to, I mean, you may not necessarily have to iron. They may not have to iron a lot of things, but 9 times out of 10, when they need something ironed, like for an event, it's important. And that's not the time to try and figure out how to iron. So maybe it's teaching them how to do some of these things is really getting them on the path of helping them adult. And part of that helping is, the day-to-day maintenance of, you may not clean your bathroom every day, but helping them with that adulting of, if you just swish out your sink when you're done using it, then you don't have to chip off the hardened toothpaste 20
Right.
minutes before your mother-in-law is going to arrive.
Yeah, that's it. But executive function, I mean, I struggled with that for a while because the ADHD brain. So does my husband. So like we're super creative. If we have like some things, but we aren't the best at organization. The closets look like hell. So trying to teach them what we learned later, we work on that too, and they just it goes right over everyone's head, I think.
I had to send my children to replace the toilet paper roll boot camp, where
Where is that? I need it.
Yeah. It never happens here.
I'll send you the curriculum, and you could
Yeah.
do it in your house with your children, where I had to take the toilet paper roll and then the little tube that it went on and teach them how it went on. And I totally grossed them out by showing them how you put the little toilet paper holder onto the roll, doing that hand gesture, which totally grossed my children out. My son was like, "Mom, stop doing that." And I was like,
That's how you put the toilet paper back.
unless you want me to call you into the bathroom and show you how to do this again, you could do it. And then I'll never have to make that, do that
Exactly.
demonstration ever again. You'll never have to see it again. So just remember to do it. And then I told them, as an added bonus, I like to put the toilet paper over. So I said that's an extra added bonus.
Yes.
Yes.
The paper towels too. Currently, right now, there's no paper towels on my paper towel holder in my kitchen. Why? There's a paper towel roll sitting next to it, and it's not even one you have to take apart. It's just like it's attached to the cabinet and like sticks out. You just have to go and stick it on there. Guess what? 5 people have walked past it. No one's done it.
Pull them in, show them how to do it, let them form their own horror of the image, and then you won't have to do it again. You can't help, I can't help it if that's,
That's how it goes, right?
yeah, that's just how it, so just make it happen, and you won't have to see your mother do that again. I don't know.
I think it's a good reminder though, because I know that the chore chart for us, even to do basic like cleaning, it has to kind of be written down as to the steps of what to do next. Like, okay, we need to do this first, then this. Otherwise, it's not going to get done. You know what I mean? You have to take the trash out of the room or bring the dishes downstairs and then load it. Do you know how many dishes come out of the room? Kind of like, let's go downstairs and not drop any of them,
Yeah, we have that. You know what we have is like I'll have somebody clean the bathroom. And of course I have to incentivize,
Oh, yeah.
if you're going to clean the bathroom, I'll give you $5 or I'll take you to Starbucks. And so they will do that, but then nobody will clean the bathtub. I guess if the curtain is over, that's nothing back there that they have to do. So it's just like
We did that part, Mom.
perfect. The sink looks great. The toilet, not so much, because who wants to touch the toilet? And then the bathtub is not ever touched. I'm like, guys, there's something in here that has to be wiped down. But, I don't.
I like that idea of in education they talk about it as providing an exemplar. Like, this is the perfectly completed example of what it looks like when it's done. So maybe that's what you do, is you provide the exemplar of, this is what the bathroom looks like when it's done, whether it's like a little checklist. So if
Right.
I'm giving you XYZ as a reward for cleaning the bathroom that you have used and will continue to use, this is what I expect.
Definitely.
Would
There's
be-
another
would make the
battle
roll
you could
be
have.
on.
Yeah, it's
What, Tracy?
I said, well, the example would be that the toilet paper roll would be on.
right. Yeah, they don't even get that part of the
They
example.
don't even get that part ever.
Or the trash would have to be taken out,
Right.
or it's wrong.
The biggest pet peeve of mine is the toilet paper. Like, she will take it and she'll take it out from underneath the cabinet and just put it on the sink. And I'm like, what do you miss here? Why can't you just, it literally lifts up. It just closes. That's not hard.
Yeah, I mean, none of it's hard though. Like, as soon as you see it's full, why would you continue to like pile things in it? I don't go in the kids' bathroom very often, but every time I do, there's like garbage to my hip. And they have like a little tiny trash can. I'm like, what? You walk up and down the steps 100 times a day. Like, tie it up, throw it in the garbage can. I don't care if you throw it in the kitchen garbage. Just bring it down. And if there's bags underneath, just put a new bag in.
I'm telling you, you guys live in my home. The exact same thing here. Exactly like you're saying. The bathroom trash is up, or the kitchen trash. I want to murder someone when I hear them shoving the trash down. Just
Because
like,
then you can't get the bag out. And it takes like, and I have little tiny T-Rex arms. So I'm fighting with this trash can, trying to get it out of there. And it's like, what is everyone doing?
take it out. Even my husband does that.
Mine's not bad with that.
Yeah.
He will take the garbage out. He's fine. But other stuff, I don't think the toilet paper holder like is his. It doesn't blip his radar. But he doesn't go in the kids' bathroom at all. So if he saw like mayhem in there, like he'd be appalled because we don't go in there. There's one down here and there's one in our room. So the kids' bathrooms there, that's the Wild West.
I literally had this conversation just yesterday, because I was cleaning the house and putting all my fall decorations out. But I'm like, does anybody ever like take the trash bag out, or are you guys just stuffing it down just to see how much trash will go in this little itty bitty trash can? Like,
right, the bathroom trash can is this big. I thought about buying like a kitchen size garbage can for in there just because, but that would look. But I guess function over aesthetic, right? Like if it works better, who cares? That's been my like mantra for 2020. We moved last October, and the mantra since we moved into this house was like function over aesthetic. Like it doesn't matter what it looks like if it works. Like I have a nice big window in this dining room, and I have nowhere to put my sublimation printer, so it's literally in the window because that's I'm trying to show you.
and now you muted yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I took you on a little adventure to show you my window, but like that's how it is. Function.
Why is it acceptable to put plants in the window and not a printer? Because I'm sorry, a working printer.
Yeah, it does work.
Is something to show off to the neighbors. Because how many of us have like a pile of printers somewhere where they work just until you restocked your ink and then they stopped working forever?
Well, now that printers are wireless, things are so much worse. Like even when they were hardwired, I do feel like they worked slightly better. Now that everything's like wireless, like 5 days later, it'll print something I want. Like my mileage from Friday just printed again this morning because as soon as I turned my computer on, it was like something has like went over and got it. I was like, oh, I printed this at 11 a.m. on Friday, so that's cool.
It operates on its own time. It'll get to you. You just
like our kids' brains. Just like our kids' brains.
Right?
Exactly.
Well, it's kind of funny that everyone has the same complaint about your kiddos. Chrissy, I will say, if you buy them a kitchen-sized garbage can, then you have never have any hopes of getting the garbage bag out of it because the trash will be taller than you.
Yeah, that's
great. Me and this kitchen trash can fight. I'll be like on the ground with my feet pulled up, like pushing and pulling, trying to get the trash bag out.
That is a vision. That is a vision.
I'm not meant for this. Like my brain's not wired for this. I'm meant to like paint pictures and write books and not fight with trash cans. So that struggle is real. Like free-spirited me has to be like the adultiest adult in this building. And I have to run everyone's life. And it is not easy, I'm telling you.
It is not. It is absolutely not. I can tell you, though, I can provide you with a little reassurance that my adult child said to me last week that they are following the mantra. I'm trying to remember. They are following the mantra. They put something down and they went, oh, wait, I don't put things down. I put them away.
Okay.
Oh.
How old though? When did she finally get it?
Okay. 27.
Ah!
Okay. Well, I just turned 40 and I haven't really understood that yet because next to me is a tape measure. Why? Not really sure. You know what else is next to me? A pom pom. Also not really sure. Do I know where either one of these things go? No. No, I don't.
But that's the trick. And it took me a really, really long time to figure that out. And I was reminded when I sold my house and I moved across the state, because over the years I had come up with systems, and like you were saying, like function over aesthetic. So when you walked in my front door, I had hooks on my wall, and we would hang our jackets on a hook. I don't care what it looks like. I know where jackets are. There was a basket, and that's where they put their backpacks. And then we turned around, we stood at the top of the steps, and everyone, as you were taking your shoes off, you kicked them down the steps. So when you walked down the steps to get to the girls' room, there was a pile of stinky shoes. I don't care. That narrowed down where we had to look for shoes. So we don't wear shoes in the house so that we don't have to worry about, are the shoes in the bedroom, or the shoes in the bathroom, or the shoes in the kitchen. I didn't care about, like, nobody's coming to photograph my house for like house beautiful. And who are they kidding? That's not the way they live anyway. But when I moved, and I realized that there wasn't like a table near the door to have like a bowl to put my keys in, or, whatever. There wasn't a hook to put my keys on. Until you find places to put things, everything is so much harder, and it takes so much more brain power, because every single time you have to decide, how am I thinking and where am I going to put the tape measure now? So I have like I have those tall cubes with a fabric basket, and I have like sewing supplies. And so I would just throw that all wadded up right into that, but it would have, in my house, it would have a home.
It was. That's like
You just moved, a year ago. So, you don't have time to figure that out. And then, as your kids get older and life changes, so you could put things up higher. When they're little, you got to put everything low so that they could get it, or up high so they can't get it. But as they get older, then you could kind of restructure things and decide where they go. But until you decide what works for you to put things in places, your life is a nightmare. And it's just one more decision. Where am I going to put this? How am I thinking now? So Tracy laughs at me mercilessly. She's really, really mean. Whenever I share my screens and she sees what my desktop looks like, she desktop shames me, because everything is all over my desktop. But I am one of those people who, if I put it away, it no longer exists. So you'll hear me say things like, I went into my closet and somebody put clothes in there that have like tags on them and stuff that I like. Or, right? Well, I mean, it's because I put it away. So I forgot that I even bought it. Every change of seasons, I get like a little surprise. I'm like, oh my goodness, somebody put a winter coat in here. This is amazing. And I even like it.
No, our laundry room, we're getting a new furnace and we have to get through the laundry room, and that is nightmare. And my boy's grandma has been coming to help me because she cleans, like that's what she does for a job. So she's been coming and it's clean laundry. I just don't know what to do with it. And there's 6 people here and I have to be in charge and it's really rough. So she's like, oh my God, like nobody's been in this size. Like they grew out of this size before you moved. Like, why is it here? It's bad. Oh wow.
That's hard when you have little kids
It
and they're
is.
growing. That
Yeah.
is soup. That is really, I don't think people give families enough recognition of how hard that is
There's so much.
is it something you want to save for the next kid, or something you want to save for someone in your family, or is it time to get rid of it? That is super hard.
We're lucky though with sports and stuff that everybody recycles everything. So like as we found those size 6s, I took them immediately to the football field. The next day somebody was wearing them. So like that's perfect. And then people bring our kids stuff. So with the sports environment that we're in, everybody's trading up stuff anyway. So I just needed to get it out of here. But Mimi's coming to help me push me to do it because I'll just ignore it. I get like blind to it and I'm like, that doesn't exist. It's fine.
Julia, you have a little bit more of an age gap in between your girls, so I don't know that's kind of not a nightmare for you when the
Oh,
middle one grows
it
out of it.
absolutely
And especially, I think with girls, it's different.
Yeah, so this is what happens to my house is my middle one especially, she loves to have a very nice aesthetic room, right? So her room is beautiful and but her closet was a disaster. Everything was in the closet, of course. So she decided to clean her closet out. Now, I have a 6-year-old who wears a size 7 children's clothes. My older daughter wears a small medium women's clothes. She cleaned out her closet and brought all these small medium women's clothes into my 7-year-old's or 6-year-old's room. She's like, oh, well, she can have this stuff. I'm like, well, she can't wear it for 10 years. What are we going to do with it? And so now, and of course the little one sees it and is like, oh, I love this puffy vest that is going from her neck to her knees. And she's like going to want to wear it now because it's in her room. Along with, I was laughing at Chrissy's little story because we have, like, she'll have some size 5 things in there that are too small that I haven't gotten out, but she really loves those things. So she insists on wearing them. So she's wearing a women's medium vest with a size 5 t-shirt.
I like that. I'm here for it. She's unique. I'm doing
And
it.
is like, I'm going out in this. I'm like, are you sure? Yes, I look fabulous. All right.
It probably does look fabulous. Grayson today had on a hoodie that was too short in the sleeves, and I was like, "Go put another sweatshirt on." He's like, "Nope, I like this one." Got on the
Yeah.
bus in it. It's like it's fine, whatever. Pick your battles, I guess.
Exactly.
With the clothes, I do pick. I pick my battle. She gets to wear whatever the heck she wants because I just can't fight that fight anymore. But and that's my thing. I have to do is get those small sizes out of there because she will put them on and she will go out looking like I don't even know what.
Well, my grandson did come over to my house and he had like a growth spurt. Like he is getting tall because he's 13 and he had a growth spurt and he came over and I looked at him. I'm like, honey, I think those clothes are a little too small now. Like the pants were like this short on him and the shirt was kind of like a crop top. And I'm like, I think we need to go shopping. I think that we need to get some more clothes.
Oh,
So I think it was time to kind of clear those clothes out. And poor him, we only have girls to do the hand-me-downs. He's like the only boy. So he didn't have all of these hand-me-downs from all of the cousins and stuff. So I was like, we're going shopping. We're going to get you some different clothes.
It's rough too. Like
It is.
my girls are real close in size though, so that's helpful. Even though they're 3 years apart, they're both like in a medium or a large, and within a size or two. So they kind of trade things back and forth. And as soon as AJ grows out of something, Alex can wear it. And my boys are the same way because they're only a year apart. So like Hunter's in a medium and Grayson's in a small. So they can go back and forth. But like all the stuff that's too small for Grayson, I need to get out the door. All the stuff that's too small for Alex, I need to get out the door. It's so low on the list.
Yeah,
But the
it is.
closed bags is the hard part. Like to get all of, and I know that that's again something that is a struggle for even my daughter and her brain. Like it's very overwhelming for her to tackle that task. When she sees that kind of task, she just kind of puts her head in the sand and was like and is like, I don't want to tackle that. That's overwhelming because it's huge. There's a lot of clothes. There's a lot of clothes that says that doesn't fit anymore. That I took from the old house, like you, Chrissy, that came from an old house, probably doesn't fit for last 2 years. I know that that doesn't fit him, you know, but now what do I do with them? I have to pack that up. I have to get rid of them. And that's going to be a very daunting task. And it's overwhelming. You know, that ADHD brain, anxiety, that's overwhelming for people.
Super. And my 13-year-old, trying to talk her into getting rid of stuff she doesn't wear or dislike. Just because it fits doesn't mean you have to keep it. She's like a brand new pair of like light blue Crocs up there, brand new pair of Hey Dudes up there. She's never worn them in a year. They were from 7th grade school shopping. She's now in 8th grade. Never been worn. Why are we keeping them? Well, they fit. Have you ever worn them? No. Are you ever going to wear them? Probably not. Why are we keeping them? Well, they fit. It's like, no, we're not keeping them. Give them away. Give them to one of your friends that will wear them.
I had to give myself permission to clean out my closet and, you know, and get rid of stuff that I don't want to sound all like Marie Kondo kind of thing, but like if you have stuff that doesn't fit anymore or you bought and then you decide that you didn't like it or whatever, send it somewhere else. If you bought it in the store, you thought it looked okay and you get home and you try it on, you're like, ooh, no, not this. Just give it to someone else, give it a new home. You know, having to say to myself, you deserve to have clothes that you feel comfortable in and that fit you well, and you know that don't just keep it, because then that's kind of like a shame thing. Like, I picked this out and I didn't want, like you said, your daughter, like, I mean, they fit. Yeah, but I mean, do they make you feel good? Are they comfortable? No. Okay, then let's give them to someone else. And maybe she has a friend who, you know, put a box in your house if they have friends that come over and say, hey, do you guys like any of these clothes? Because we're going to get rid of them, never wore them, you know, whatever. And maybe that'll make them feel a little bit better. But you deserve to have things that you feel comfortable in and you enjoy wearing. Especially if you're like me, I had to just rip the tag out of this shirt because the tag was like, and we know I have sensory things, and the tag was just aggravating me. So it's gone.
She's kind of like that. I don't know what the deal with the shoes is though, because she wears the Crocs in white and navy blue, like the same style Croc, but she doesn't like these light blue ones. Same thing with the Hey Dudes. Like she has like a million pairs of Hey Dudes. These gray ones are just not it for her. I don't know why, but maybe, yeah, she has friends. I mean, they're a size 8. Lots of little girls are a size 8 shoe. It's like, just give them to somebody. I don't care.
Yeah.
I want to see them on someone's feet. If it's not going to be your feet, I want them to be on, you know, Maddie's feet or Addison's feet, someone's feet.
Right. I wonder if we could, with girls, this would probably work. I don't know about boys, but we could go around and do like a closet clean out fashion show thing. Like, I just thought about this now. We could go to everybody's closet all at once and they could hold up the thing and I like this. Does it look good on me? No, throw it. If it does, you know, and then fashion show trying on things that you know, they're on the fence about and getting those opinions. They might enjoy that. I think we're gonna.
My younger daughter came up with that idea entirely on her own in middle school to early high school, where the girls would have a back to school slumber party, and the invite was, bring any clothes in your closet that you doesn't fit anymore. It was like a gift from grandma that you're never going to wear, whatever. Bring them over. And at first, some of the moms were a little hesitant, especially as the girls were walking out of the house with their entire closet. And so I left the girls to their own devices. My job was to provide snacks and for some games and maybe some prizes. And the girls would throw all the clothes into a giant pile. And then they would come out and they would just be silly and do a fashion show. And they would, put together outfits. Now, some of the girls were like taller. My younger daughter's shorter, and I was thinking of like Tylea, who was taller, and they'd put together outfits. Some of them would be really cute, and then they would put like together like nerdy outfits and dorky outfits, and they'd pick the ugliest clothes and they'd make little competitions for each other. Then they could, whatever they as a group decided that they wanted, take those clothes. Anything that was left went over to the Salvation Army. They had so much fun doing that.
Smart idea. That's a very
That
smart
is
idea.
so such a cool idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was just, especially, like with your cell phone, they could like take little pictures, do a little fashion show, add music to it, just have so much fun. And then we'd play like back to school games and stuff, which they would come up with on their own. They just kind of needed to give me like a list, like, what do you need? Like whipped cream and cupcakes and, whatever. But it was a bit of a mess, and I'd get rid of my son. He would go to somebody else's house that night, so the girls had free run of the house, and it became a thing that they did for a couple years in a row. That was really fun.
That would be
You
a
could-
next TikTok challenge.
There you go. Yeah.
They were probably able to swap things and get rid of some stuff that way, which is helpful. Like, you just hate to waste stuff. You buy stuff and it's like kind of expensive, and you're just like, I can't believe I have to throw this away. So if you can find kids to wear it, that's great.
Absolutely.
And oddly enough, a lot of the girls would end up taking back their own clothes that they brought because their friends gave them an idea for putting together an outfit.
Yeah.
With that, like, oh, I have a shirt somewhat like that. I can wear that back, And so they would take their own clothes back, but it was just kind of like something fun that they did. So definitely try that if you don't mind the mess. And again, initially it was a little hard for the girls to get out of the house with the clothes because the parents were like, where are you going with like every outfit, every piece of clothing that you have in the house?
Right.
But it worked out well.
That is a smart idea.
Yep. And again, my daughter came up with it all on her own. Because at first I was like, great, now I'm going to be stuck with all these clothes that I've got to figure out how to get rid of. But it worked out really well.
I can see all of your girls doing that.
Yeah, my girls would definitely do that. With their friends. So that I might, especially with my middle one. She would really love that. I also just recently encouraged a dad that I work with to have a yard sale because he talked about how his kids they really didn't understand the value of money, and they had all this stuff that they didn't use, and it was really making him frustrated. And I, didn't take my own advice, but I gave him advice to, have a yard sale, and the kids could make money. They could, learn how to sell and haggle and and they get rid of stuff and make their money. And so that's another kind of idea to help your kids get motivated to clean out some of their stuff. And then we've done yard sales where my rule is once it goes outside, it doesn't come back in. So as soon as the yard sale's over, we pack everything else in the car and take it to the Salvation Army, or, we have a nice little foster agency here that takes care of families that are fostering or adopting. And so they have a house where they take extra stuff. So we take our stuff there.
Nice.
But it doesn't come back in. So that's a good thing, to get rid of stuff.
And I did that with my kiddos one year in the spring, towards the summer. A family pool pass used to cost like $100. And I said to the kids, like, I don't really have that money this year. How about if we do a yard sale? You guys manage the yard sale. We need to raise $100 for the pool pass. And they did it. They managed it all. I was in the house kind of, like looking out the window while I was like cleaning and stuff. And we raised enough money for our pool pass and a pizza.
Mm.
And it wasn't just their stuff. I got rid of stuff in the house like, oh my God, why do I have this lamp for like 600 years? Right? I'm never going to use this lamp.
Why? Why do we keep that stuff? Why do I have an extra air fryer downstairs I'm never going to put back out? Take it somewhere, get it out of here. An extra coffee pot, don't need that. Why is it here? I
Yeah,
think about
right.
that all the time. I need to just like every time I go into town, like take something to the Salvation Army and drop it off, or because I pass that stuff regularly. I take a family to the Salvation Army. I could be taking donations every time I go. I need to start doing that.
There's some really nice places here in Pittsburgh that have free stores.
Yes, we do have that.
That's cool that we could donate that to that. So like Christian Outreach gives everything away. So if I took everything from here there, it would be given to somebody that could use it. So that's what I should do. Probably the girls' clothes and stuff, I should take that there too, because they do give the stuff away.
So I don't think we helped on the chore thing other than adding more to mom's chore chart. So I would go back to the idea of you creating your own chore chart, and then of everything that you do, and then as you do it as a mom, earn some stuff for yourself.
Telling you, toilets equal manicure. What's the app that you sent me, the Finch? That one.
Finch.
I like that. That's like something cool that people could, it's like motivating almost if you like little games. You set your own like to-do list inside there, and it's like a Tamagotchi basically, if you guys remember what those were, and you earn things for your little bird by doing the stuff on your list. Like I personally hate paperwork for work, so that's on my list of things I have to do. And I've been better with it, have I not, Tracy, since I started using that little bird, because I'm like, man, I got to do this for Tracy, and look, I can feed my bird or take my bird on a trip.
Yeah, I'm a fincher too. I do enjoy it.
Can we connect ours? Maybe we can.
We can.
You can be friends. Julia and I are friends.
Oh, I'm trying to be friends with both of you. What the heck?
We'll send each other. What's really nice is it's designed so that like you can't be harassed by people. I mean, unless me sending like water or flowers or something, like, but like you don't really have any like personal interaction where you could like send harassing messages to people, but you can be friends with absolute random strangers, which I am. And I happen to be friends with this nonprofit guru who I love, Vu Lee. And so, you can send each other like encouragement or water or dance. And it's really fun. I love kind of doing it. And then I'll get like, in the morning, I'll get like, I don't know, a dance or flowers or whatever from absolute random strangers. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's really nice.
If you need that like dopamine hit to get motivated, it's like a good way to do that. Like I kind of get a dopamine hit out of doing it, like taking my iron pills before bed, or like dumb stuff that like you would ignore otherwise, but you're like, oh no, my guy needs to do whatever, so it's time to do the dumb thing you don't want to do.
Right.
Exactly.
I will do that because I'll be like, I need 5 more points before bed. I was super motivated. I said to Peyton, who now thinks that I've completely lost my mind, I said to Peyton, I need to get this. The bed for last month was a pool. and pool shaped. And because last month's theme was like beach, I need to get this bed. So I need 5 more points.
See
So
how
I either have
motivated
to,
she
like,
is?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
telling you, it is motivating. If
It
you're
is
She's
struggling-
very
motivating.
competitive, though.
I
She's
stuff
very
like that.
competitive.
I'm trying to think of all the good stuff that CP has sent me that has helped me with motivation. Goblin Tools is another one. That's
Yeah.
another one that I use all the time that helps with like making a list, breaking it down so that I can get stuff accomplished. That's another good one if anyone's ever used that.
But you have
Okay.
another one.
I do. I have another one. You ready?
Yes.
I waste entirely too much time on the internet, so y'all don't have to. But it may come to an end because I was scrolling on the internet. I love Hank Green. Everyone should love Hank Green. Him and his brother are wonderful. And he made a brand new free app called, wait a minute, Focus Friend. It is just recently released for Android, I think. I don't think you'll be able to see. No, you're not going to be able to see it. This little brown thing is your bean. And you could, I think, you could get different skins for it. So it's very much like the Finch app where you earn by doing whatever it wants you to do. So this one is you pick focus time and you just hit your cell phone that you're going to focus. And your little thing that's in there is knitting. And so however long it is that you pick, and this is totally what I need to do. You say like, I don't want to be bothered by my phone for 15 minutes, for half an hour, whatever. I'm probably poorly describing it. Sorry, Hank, because of course he's following us.
He should be.
Your little thing is knitting. And so I did 15 minutes where I was focusing and not using my phone, and it knitted 14 pair of socks. Every time you interrupt it, it drops a stitch. If you're a knitter, I guess you get that that's like a bad thing. So maybe it doesn't knit as much. And with this, I guess the socks that it knits, then it sells them, and then you could buy different things for inside your app to decorate its little room. So it seems very much like Finch.
He's very cute. I got him.
Yeah.
Name him. I need to figure out a name. I was like, sounds like up my alley. What do I need to do to get him?
I named mine Coffee Bean. But you could go in, and of course, just like Finch, and Finch is great free. Like the free version is wonderful. Go in, see if you like it, use it for a while free. Because we get our wellness reimbursement, I actually bought the pro version, which is why I knew that day if I did 5 more minutes, I could get the pool bed. But if you like them, you could get them. But Finch is great because it has, if you go in, it asks you on a scale of 1 to 5, what's your mood? How you feeling? And so on days when I'm like really down and I hit, I've never done like the really sad one, but like not the middle one, but the one down, it will ask you like, do you want to do like a first aid kind of thing? And it will guide you through some activities. So maybe something like, look for like the positives, or do a breathing exercise or whatever. So it is really nice. But with Finch, when you start, one of the first things that you can do, it says your very first thing that you can get credit for is get out of bed.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like they kind of understand how for so many people, our children included, so sometimes that's your big win for the day is I got out of bed. But I will try the new one, Focus Friend, and I will report back and let you know how it works. I try to not even keep my phone anywhere near me during work. But then sometimes I hear it like ding across the room and I'm trying not to pay attention. And then I'll get a Slack message from someone. Hey, that's me trying to get into that app. Would you let me in? I'm like, fine.
Like, sorry.
Or I have to, you have to do the 2-factor authentication, which aggravates me so much.
Especially when they just log us out of Outlook for no reason.
Well, I don't like keeping my phone next to me because they've done research that even if it's in like your vicinity, it takes away your focus, and I need to focus.
Same.
All right, ladies, send us out with some words of wisdom. What do y'all got?
I think you should use that Slay the Dragon chore chart. I mean, even for yourself, or put like those weird little things you need your kids to do on it, like clean out their closet, or I think it's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool one.
I'm standing by function over aesthetic. Try to make stuff work. Doesn't matter what it looks like. And use the tools that are given to you. Like, the phones are great. Set timers, make lists. It doesn't matter if your dinners for the week are listed in the notes very willy-nilly in your phone. It doesn't matter if it's a list. Do whatever you have to do to make it work. It doesn't have to look like everybody else's. You don't have to have a perfect chart on the wall that is beautiful. Like, whatever. If it's on a yellow piece of notebook paper, it's fine.
Yep.
Absolutely. Tracy?
Post-it notes even work. I put little, post-it notes for my kid, and a little reminder that just, you can do this, just as a positive note. Let her know that you can do this today. So
Yeah, and I'll just say never compare yourself to anyone else. You are comparing your real life to just what you see from them, and you don't know what goes on behind closed doors or what's on the other side of the camera. So never compare yourself to anyone else. If it works for you, that's all that matters. So don't be so hard on yourself. We'll all get through it.
love that.
All right. It's been delightful chatting with you all. Wish we got to do this more often.